Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Crystal here with another video. I know, it's been a long time since I've been posting on here. Yeah, it's been a long time. I'm really gonna try not to ramble in this video. We're gonna do it. Okay, so one of the reasons why I haven't been on here lately is because I'm pregnant. I am pregnant. I am 22 and a half weeks pregnant as of today, and that is a little bit over 5.5 months. I am in my second trimester, but I thought I would come on here and finally start doing more videos as I've promised earlier on. So right now I am sitting in the nursery to be, and it's pretty empty at the moment, as you can see. I'm sitting on the floor, and I figured it was appropriate to film here this announcement. But if you stick to the end, I will definitely show you a sneak peek, not a sneak peek, I'll give you a tour of the nursery before it becomes fully decorated, so we get to decorate it together. And I will, walk you through in this entire room what my plans are. So stick to the end because I will show you that. And also stick to the end if you want to see a belly shot. So I want to come on here, and my first video back will be just discussing with you guys my experience the last couple of months. How everything went my first trimester and how I'm feeling today. So I want to try to summarize everything without this video being extremely long. I haven't not been on here because I've been keeping it a secret or anything like that. I mean, for the first 3 months, only his intermediate family, like his parents and his sisters, and my intermediate family knew about that I was pregnant, that we told firsthand. And I think I also told 2 of my best friends, but we didn't tell anyone else. Yes, people started to catch on, but the reason why we didn't say anything the first 3 months is because you just don't know how everything's gonna go. You want to make sure everything's healthy, so we wanted to make sure everything was okay before we were able to announce it to our family and friends. So let's get started to how I got pregnant. So my husband and I got married July 30th of last summer, 2016, and our plans I put plans in quotes now because I feel like a lot of things in life don't always go as planned, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but you tend to learn that very quickly. Me and my husband, of course, want children. We've always wanted kids. Before we got married, we talked about having kids. We planned on kind of just being a married couple the first year into our marriage. So we definitely didn't plan on getting pregnant this early. Was this an accident? I guess you could say. Kind of. We definitely didn't plan on it. We thought we were being safe, but God works in mysterious ways, and we are so over the moon and so grateful when we found out. So my last menstrual cycle was in January, and then February came around, and it was probably I was probably maybe a day late or 2 days late at the time. The thing is, my menstrual cycle isn't like some girls where they're like, oh, it comes every 28 days on the dot, never fails. There's always a give or take, a day or 2 or 2 to 3 days, earlier, that it comes earlier, that it comes a little late. So this was not abnormal for me whatsoever. But a little bit of history about myself. I am a migraine sufferer, and a lot of my migraines are hormonal, or like probably 95% of the migraines I get are hormonal, meaning that usually a day or 2 before my period's gonna come, I'll get a migraine, and they're pretty intense. I can't say I get it the worst of anyone, but I do get them pretty bad. And they don't come every month. It just varies every few months. sometimes every month. It just depends. In February, right around when I'm supposed to get my period, I got a migraine. I didn't think anything of it. Took 2 ibuprofen and I laid down. I remember I was waiting for my husband to get home for dinner. I laid down. It went away fairly quickly. Sometimes I get lucky like that where it goes away in like an hour or 2. Other times it's like a half-day throbbing headache kind of thing. And then I was like, okay, you know, it's normal. I'm about to get my period, whatever. And then the day after, I remember I woke up. Me and my husband had breakfast. He left for work around 9. Around 9:30, another one hit. And this one was here to stay. And it was so incredibly painful. And I've never been the type of person that takes super strong medication for my migraines. I guess the strongest I've taken is Excedrin for migraines, but I didn't have any on me. I remember all I was taking was, you know, ibuprofen. So it hit. I instantly, when my migraines hit, I get the blurry vision. So instantly I know that it has been triggered, and I take 2 ibuprofen and I went to sit on the couch and kind of wait it out. The blurry vision kind of usually lingers around 40 minutes-ish, 45 minutes. And then my vision comes back and then the migraine really hits. And a lot of times it can result in vomiting because of the intense headache. So that day, my blurry vision my vision itself would not come back for a little bit. It was kind of starting to freak me out. And I remember I waited until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I texted my husband and I was like, I literally felt like I needed to be taken to the hospital. I know it sounds a little bit dramatic, but it was the first time, and I've been getting migraines probably since I hit puberty, to be honest. I get them from my mom. A lot of people get migraines because they're genetic. My mom used to get migraines, or does get migraines, and I feel like I get them from her. I was texting him and I was kind of freaking out and I was like, you have to take me to the doctors. He's like, what can the doctors do? I was like, I don't know. We just gotta figure something out. And you know, he was in contact with a family friend who's a doctor to see what kind of medication we can get prescribed to me this quickly without having to see me. Some kind of painkiller that can be taken for this bad of a headache, you know, something stronger than, I guess, you know, an ibuprofen. I was working on that the entire time, and honestly I was having a really miserable time. Like, I was vomiting every 30 minutes. I vomited so many times that day and my headache was so incredibly intense. My husband ended up leaving work early and came home around 3 or 4, and he came back with the stronger medication for me to take, and I took that. And by the time everything kind of calmed down, it was about 7 o'clock in the evening. It was honestly a day from hell. It was horrific. I don't even want to relive it. It was honestly probably the worst migraine episode I've had since I've even ever had migraines. And that's saying a lot because I've had a few bad episodes, but nothing like this. This was something different and a different feeling, and it just didn't want to go away. So it wasn't enough for me to, you know, like assume. But for some reason actually it might have been on a Sunday. For some reason that day I just felt like something was different. And then my husband drove up north about 40 to 45 minutes to help his friend out with something, and he was going to be gone for a couple of hours. So I woke up that day and I was like, okay, you know, I feel funny, but whatever, you know, I'm a little bit late, it'll be fine. So I went and kind of ran all my errands, grocery shopped, whatever I did that day. And on my way home, there's a Walgreens, and I was like, let me just kill this curiosity in my head and get a pregnancy test. So I stopped by the Walgreens, I pulled over, I went in, I bought one pack that had 2 tests inside. Bought it and I came home and I was like, okay. I wasn't even nervous to take the test, to be honest. Usually people are kind of like anticipating something. I was like sure it was going to be negative. I am not pregnant. But something in my head was like, just take it, you know? Doing the test, and instantly a plus sign appeared for pregnant. And you know, usually you gotta wait, like, I don't know what the rule is, like at least 2 to 3 minutes to really give it time to do its thing. But the second I put it down on the counter, it was instantly positive, like instantly. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, maybe this is how how it just like, maybe it just kind of, it'll change, you know? And I'm waiting and I'm like staring at it. It's not changing. It's a clear plus. And I'm like, no, I'm still in denial. So I was like, it's okay. Another one comes in that box. I'll just take another one. So I take the other one and the same thing happens. Like clear as day, like there is no hiding the plus sign. My heart kind of starts to race. My heart's beating really fast. I hop back in my car, drive back to that Walgreens, buy 5 more tests. I don't even know how many more tests I bought. Different brands too, like the ones that actually tell you the word pregnant. Then I was racing back home and my husband calls me on my way home and he's like, hey, I'm on my way back home. I'll see you in a little bit, blah, blah. I was like, okay, trying to play it cool, you know? Because I didn't, like, I was still kind of like, oh my gosh, this is happening. I come back home, I do my thing on all of them. I took all of them, all tests, I took them all, and every single one said positive. Not a single one said otherwise. Not a single one was kind of floating in the middle or like not clear. It was clear as day, you're pregnant tests, all of them. Nervous, I didn't know how to feel. Dumbfounded, like in shock. I was like, no way. My husband gets home and I was waiting in the kitchen and I pull out all my tests and I lay them there for him and he was like, you know, when he walked in he couldn't really see like clearly what I was doing because obviously he's not expecting me to be pulling out pregnancy tests either. But he is looking, he's like, what's that? He thought, I think he thought I was showing him something I bought. I don't even know what he was thinking. And he comes, he's walking closer to me and he sees, he looks at me and he goes, you're pregnant. And I was like, yeah. And I kind of started tearing up and he started smiling. And I was like, you're smiling? And I was like, are you not freaked out? And okay, let's not jump the gun here. He was like, let's make an appointment. Tomorrow with the doctor. We'll go get, you know, a blood test done, something to confirm, and we will go from there. And I was like, okay, whatever. And he hugged me and we were talking about it the rest of the night, and we were able to get an appointment first thing Monday morning, the very next morning. So the next morning is here and we go to see my general doctor here. And so I walk in and she was like, so you think you're pregnant? And I was like, yeah, I think we are. I don't know. And she was like, well, let's find out. So I did the test and we waited a couple minutes and me and him were kind of just sitting there like, we just didn't know what to expect or how to feel, you know. It was like one of those things where like maybe she'll come back and she'll tell us, no, you're not, you know what I mean? Walks inside and she goes, so wait, she's like, were you guys planning on getting pregnant? And I was like, no, not really, at least not yet, you know. And she was like, girl, well, you're pregnant. You better start that prenatal quickly. And me and my husband looked at each other and we're like, okay, so now let's confirm that I am. How far along? Still don't know. From that time to my 8-week appointment, I was experiencing migraines, and not as like all day intense like that one day I just told you guys about, but I was getting migraines and I was getting them every other day. every 2 days, and I used to never get them this often, and I was like, oh my gosh, like my hormones are obviously out of whack. I'm getting these headaches, and honestly I was not experiencing any nausea. If I did throw up at any time, it was because of how intense my headache is, and that was pretty much it. Otherwise, other than the headaches that I would have for a few hours during the day, I would tell my husband, like, I don't really feel pregnant. Like, certain things people say about, like, you're nauseous a lot, you're this a lot, this, that, and the other. The symptoms I experienced the most were my migraines, were pretty intense. And when I saw my doctor, my OBGYN, at my 8-week appointment, I was like, we have to do something about this. I told him, I can't go through the rest of my pregnancy like this. We have to do something about it. I'm taking medication, non-pregnant, let alone being pregnant. So I was like, is it safe? Is it that? Is it other? Obviously, I had a million trillion questions about this one medication. He goes, it's not harmful. It's not harmful for baby, but it will help with your headaches. And I was like, okay, great. So I got a migraine. I took the medication just right when it hit, and after an hour, it was gone. Like, just gone. It didn't progress further. It was gone. I felt great. I felt normal. I was like, this is a magic pill. Oh my gosh, it was a lifesaver. So my first trimester, migraines, fatigue, was napping almost every day. But that was it. No cravings, no like nausea outside of my migraines. There was no nausea. And yeah, that was, I mean, I considered, after I had my magic pill for my migraines, I was very relieved. Everything kind of felt like it was going smoothly, thank God. The entire time I was telling my husband, it's a boy, I'm pregnant with a boy, it's for sure a boy. I was so convinced it was a boy. You know, I was reading the tall tales and the myths and, you know, believing in certain things, and, you know, a lot of my symptoms were, you know, my symptoms matched having a boy, you know, like that's for being pregnant with a boy. We had the gender reveal, it was a lot of fun, and we found out it was a girl. We found out it was a girl. My husband was the one that has been saying it all along. He was telling me, you're not having a boy, you're having a girl. He was convinced of it, and he was right, and he was so excited. He wanted a girl, and he was over the moon elated. I was so elated. I was like, and for me it didn't matter. It's not that I wanted a boy over a girl, but you know, it's what I felt I had, which my feelings were so wrong. So now going into my second trimester, my energy levels are a lot higher. I feel great these days, to be completely honest. I have no complaints whatsoever, knock on wood, but I feel great. I don't have weird cravings or anything like that. I feel like I eat pretty normally, like I always did. You know, I haven't experienced any migraines since. Just like I crave things as I see them, so I don't have any food aversions or cravings. There's nothing like I used to eat that I don't eat anymore and things like that. So that's awesome and good. So I've been really enjoying my pregnancy these days. I feel like I'm getting big fast, but I cannot believe I'm already more than halfway there. And yeah, that's it for my updates. I mean, the reason why I haven't been posting was the first, you know, trimester with the headaches and this and the sleeping all the time and being tired, just lazy. And then after that kind of died down, I did get a job. I sit most of the time, so but I did get a part-time job that I am currently working during the day now. So on my days off, I just don't do anything. I know it's so bad. But I definitely want to share this experience, and I want to talk about a bunch of baby things to come. In August, beginning of August, I am having my shower here, and late August, I am having my shower in Cleveland. where my sister and my mom are gonna throw me another shower there as well. So I'm really looking forward to just celebrating her, and it's a very special time for us right now, and we're very excited and happy and over the moon, obviously, and we just can't wait to meet her. Yeah, that's it, and I will show you guys a shot of my belly today. Here she is in all her glory. Side shot. Okay, so now for the nursery, you have the stairs that come up this way. The gate is actually for the dogs, but now it's gonna serve dual purpose for future toddler babies. So here's our guy down there, just taking a nice old nap. So you come up, our master bedroom is down this way, and then right next to it is the baby's nursery. Here it is, empty. Our crib right now, our crib is from Pottery Barn. It was purchased by my mother-in-law, so we're very excited to have that, to decorate it with a cute, crib skirt and mattress and the whole 9 yards. It's going to be super cute. Yes, I am aware that for when baby is a newborn, this will be higher. So we have to lift this and set it up higher. So we will do that. And here is the angle from this corner. Pretty large windows. I'm going to change the curtains and do something that drapes to the floor. And my thought process is to have a very pretty area rug, and then to have nursing chair there, things on the wall, dresser and changing table in this corner. And then this is how you, let me close the door so I can show you where the closet. So the closet right now just is messy, as you can see. It's a walk-in, which is nice. Right now it's housing maternity clothing that my sister-in-law was so nice to give to me, and a few baby outfits that were gifts, some winter vests, some sheets, and just stuff that needs to leave, luggage, and my wedding dress is in the corner there. And then in this corner here we have her bathroom, which I plan to change the curtain and that good stuff. It's just it's a 3-piece bathroom, nothing fancy, but it's nice that she has her own. I plan on also doing a nice light fixture, and she has a nice little view of the backyard. Here's our backyard. We are so excited to decorate, and it's the perfect size for her. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I am back, and I'm back with more videos for you guys, and I hope you join me on this journey, and I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video.